What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the 39th episode of another sports card podcast. Say that too fast and you sound silly. Uh, I'm one of your hosts, Michael Huddle Card, and we have Firestar
What is up?
Johnny here. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good, doing good. Yourself?
Can't complain. Busy working on stuff, but other than that, hey, nothing. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. So, I was looking. I remember we talked about a couple weeks ago. What was it? Is it Trike or Tyke that pulled the one of one Cooper flag auto out of the national box packs?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you saw the video, but he decided. He's like he had a video about it. He would decide whether he wanted to keep it. He had some people call him about a private sale and stuff like that. And the one thing I remember him talking about, he was like, "Man, this is life changing. This is life changing." And I was like, "Well, okay, man. So, man, you potentially have a private sale." But he said, "No, I don't want to do. He didn't want to do a private sale, and he
Wow.
wanted to do an auction, which I was surprised about." And you would think, you would, go with somebody like a Golden, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that would kind of sort of make sense, but no, he didn't. Because he has a relationship with Fanatics, he went to Fanatics Live. He
Oh
went to
wow.
Fanatics. Fanatics Collect. I'm sorry, Fanatics Collect, not Fanatics Live. And he's in their premiere auction. And what I find interesting is I don't understand. I'm trying to find the card because I thought he said he had it listed here, but I don't see it. I see another Cooper flag card, but but it's like I don't really see the one, that basically that he went ahead and that he had. I see a Cooper flag that is a one of one superfractor. That's a PSA 9. I could have sworn his was a PSA 10.
You got it graded that quick.
Yeah, I believe he was at the National when he
Oh,
pulled
okay.
it. So he
Maybe
probably like pulled it on
Fanatic.
Friday or Saturday and took it right to PSA. But I
Wonder if
just don't know. I just can't
Fanatics doesn't
piece.
have it yet.
Hmm?
Maybe Fanatics doesn't have it yet to be able to put it up there yet.
He said that it was listed, and he said it had about 8 days or so, or so many days to go. And I mean, unless I'm looking at the what do you call it, the the card wrong. I mean, I just don't see the card. So I don't know. I mean, like I said, maybe it's out here somewhere and stuff like that. But what's interesting, oh no, there it is, right there it is, right there. Okay, so I found it. The
That's
reason
on
why I didn't
Fanatics
find it
Live
was is
already.
wow, I was going, when someone says life changing money, you think it's going to be really big, right?
Right. You would think.
Well, this has 8 days left, and it's only at 21,000.
Oh wow.
Now there is a PSA one of one superfractor. It's not the national card, but that is like 130,000. But okay, so there it is right there. Wow, I'm a little surprised by that. I'm a little surprised by that. But I tell you, they have a bunch of cards out there. They have the Shohei Ohtani 2025 Topps Dynasty Gold
Yeah.
Logo Man Patch Auto DNA 10. Uh, it's a one of one. The auto is a 10. The card is a 9. That one has 8 days left. That one's at 950,000,
Wow.
just shy of a mil.
What's that under? Is that Fanatics Auctions or Fanatics Live?
Fanatics Collect.
Fanatics Collect, that's right.
And they have the judge, and I don't know how this works because it looks like somebody sent in the 2026 Top Chrome B2B MVP award winner Aaron Judge dual gold logo man patch auto 1 of 1. They sent it to CGC and got the redemption card authenticated. So you have an unscratched, redemption card, which is, I mean, I get that. That's cool.
Right, I've seen that.
That's 480,000.
Wow.
Now check this one out. Remember, we've always mentioned that, remember what was the card that we were talking about that was in Series 1 that was, the I don't know if you want to call it the buyback or whatever you want to call it, right? It was the Mickey Mantle, right?
Yeah.
52 Mickey Mantle. They have a 1952 Tops Mickey Mantle PSA 6, 380,000.
Wow.
So you can imagine, man, I really wonder what that card was that was in that that thing.
Well, you saw the 2025 Dynasty Gold Shohei, right? Right now it's at 950K.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yep.
I would never pay that. The logo man of Cooper Flag at 42. Who's paying these prices? Seriously.
I don't know. I think that's that's where it gets crazy. But Michael Jordan card's still going crazy. The 86 Fleer and a PSA 8 is at 380,000. There's a Pokemon EX Dexus Hollow, whatever, blah blah blah.
340.
But that's in a well, I mean that's a CGC pristine. So I mean that means that's a
Right.
but it's 340.
So there's that 86 with the auto for 380.
Which one?
The 86 Michael Jordan. Now there's another one down below a couple lines that's not signed. They went 320 for that one.
That's PSA 10.
And then
I didn't realize. I mean, I would think that. I mean,
now there's something. Would you pay just for the logo man patch out of for unscratched redemption $190,000?
yeah.
Dear God!
I mean, when you're looking at these primates, well, look at the one next to it, the Kobe Jordan from 2008 auto to 10, 260.
But that's at least an auto. I mean, dual auto. I mean, for not even an auto, it's just the patch you're paying that.
That's true. And here's another thing. How is the logo man patched to 4?
I don't know. I thought they were 1-of-1s. Maybe that one's not. Maybe there's 4 of them. I don't know.
What am I? What? So is the logo man cutting them 4 pieces?
And just off a couple different uniforms. I don't know.
I mean, because I was the same. I was the exact same way as you. I thought the logo man was to 1. Was a 1-of-1. I was surprised. I'm like, wait a minute. What do you mean to 4?
Maybe they're not. I don't know.
Well, but then what? Wow. Well, I guess they had the dual logo man, right?
They did. They had
They had those 2. So who knows?
Maybe it's number 4 out of the set of them. But I think he only has. Well, no, because you would have the dual logo man with the 2 autographs of Shohei. I think they did one for each of the separate.
Johnny?
Separate for the MVP and. Oh, why would you have that? That'd be maybe one for each year. I didn't get that.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, they must have.
That would be 4 cards, which out of 4, I guess that would.
It must be something because they have the dual logo man with the autographs and stuff, So I mean, obviously, they're getting those off of 2 jerseys. So I mean, I guess if Shohei Ohtani wears a different jersey every night, there could be 162 logo mans out there.
That's true. There could be.
That is absolutely ridiculous. I can see you said, hey, this is the All-Star uniform logo, man. This is the Game
I would
7
think,
World Series logo man, but I
I
mean,
would think it's their 101s. I'm pretty sure.
yeah.
I can't see it being anything more than that. And
I agree with you.
I just cannot see, even if I had the money, I couldn't see myself paying these prices. I'm sorry. I don't care if it's a Gem Mint 10 or not, man. That is just ridiculous.
I don't know. That's a hard one for me. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not. I
And
would
let's say
not.
you buy that card for $190,000. Are you going to be able to like redeem it and sell it for 200,000 and get 10,000 over what you pay? I mean, I doubt it.
I mean, the problem. Here's the problem that I see. You have with all these one of ones. How do you figure out which is the one
one.
to have? Right? Like there's so many out there now, right? I mean, who was it? When you look at the different players, especially with the newer cards and everything. I mean, some of these guys have 200 one of ones.
Yeah, I mean, for me, if I was looking at it from a perspective of maybe investment, because I don't really know if I would invest in Shohei, because if he gets hurt, you're screwed.
True.
But if I had to pick one, it'd be that dual autograph logo man that guy got for $11 million. There you go. If I would have hit it, I would have done the same thing. You want to give me 11 mil? Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to hand it to me in person. You're going to meet me somewhere. We're going to do this in person. None of this wire transfer and crap like that. Even if you wire transfer it and you hand me a fake check that says 11 million, I'll take a picture. I'd be happy.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we would.
And I want to beat Kevin O'Leary.
We would be. If it was me, we would be standing in the bank together.
Yeah.
And I would watch, and I would be standing there and go, okay. Oh, is it? Yes, it is. All right.
Here's your card.
Here you go. Now you could go ahead and you can have it and everything. But I think it's just crazy. I mean, like I said, when you look at, when you look at these things, you just wonder, with so many one of ones coming out, which one is the one, right? Because now what are they going to do? They're going to, because if the dual logo man, English, Japanese, if it goes for what he goes for, number one, why wouldn't you do it again?
Right.
But how do you make it better?
Yeah, I don't really. I mean, there really isn't no way of making it better, really, unless you're gonna make it an acetate card next. I mean, that doesn't really do anything for it either. But I mean,
I just think it's it's great. I like 2025 Topps Chrome Superfractor Patrick Mahomes one of one PSA 9s, $85,000.
Yeah.
Is horizontal green Kaboom, which is a one of one auto, not graded, is $85,000.
And there's people bidding on that damn thing.
Yeah.
I would love to pull one time a Superfractor, just once.
I've only pulled one of one, and it was out of Holiday, and it was Luis Robert of all players, unfortunately.
I think total, I pulled two. I pulled a Griffey that I didn't even know was a 101 way back out of one of the Panini products. And then I pulled a Wood card out of Mini Wood out of Allen and Ginner of, who was it? I think Bobby Witt.
Oh, wow.
At the time, and I think I sold that to Steve Rademacher, I believe, because he was interested in it right away. I'm like, all right. But I just want to see one of those, either that or love to pull one of those redemptions for one of those patch card, the debut patch or the MVP type patch thing. I mean, most of them are gone, but I mean,
Yeah. Well, I will say one thing. It was interesting. And Grant from Backyard Breaks was on, and he was talking about things that were going, things that were happening and everything, and he was talking about the alter ego cards that are out there. I guess those are those are cards that people want to go ahead and try and collect and stuff. And he was saying, everybody says, "Oh, it's all about the breakers, breakers, breakers." But if you look at some of the biggest cards recently hit,
they've been all personal.
they've been all personal, out of megas, out of blasters, or out of hobby boxes. And when he says what he says, it makes you truly think that the hobby got up in arms and everybody was making all these videos. How the hell does Leighton always do this? How the hell does Blez do this? How the hell does does the backyard guys do this? And then people go, and the simple thing was, well, come on, they buy so much. That's why it happens. Yes, but with the amount that they print, pure statistics made it seem like that it was just absolutely nuts to go ahead and be able to happen. For you to be able to pull, the product hit out of 3 of different products per se, and all this other stuff. It's like, it was the odds. The odds were, you getting hit by lightning twice in a row, boom, boom, they were greater than friggin' that and everything, So, so what do? You hate to say it, I don't want to say conspiracy theorists, but it makes people believe, you know what? They started listening because nobody was buying friggin' blasters and megas and shit like that. They were sitting on shelves.
Yep.
So now, maybe, again, you want to say it was all stories and all kinds of bullshit and blah, 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 and it was just conspiracy theory and it was untrue. Well, then why all of a sudden now we starting to see the product, the stuff being pulled by regular people per se?
Now, what's going to be interesting for me is to see what they do. I mean, I've kind of looked around at the flagship football to see if they have anything like special, like Topps did.
Yeah.
Like I think they had some patches in there that were, like if they do a Topps Chrome football, are they going to put in, say, like, now since they didn't have it last year or the year before, like for 2025, they could have put in a Jaden Daniels Rookie of the Year patch card if they had it.
Mm-hmm.
Will they do something like that with football to drive the prices up? But I mean, I don't know what, because they don't really wear those type of patches. I don't believe.
I mean, could it be part of the laundry tag?
I know they do the laundry tags for baseball, but I would imagine they do it for football too. But like with baseball, that logo man makes you really. I mean, they have the NFL shield. They have the.
That's true.
NFL kind of logo patch too. So I mean, I don't know. It should be interesting to see.
I can see them doing the shield.
I mean, I'm not going to pay the prices of the boxes they want, I'm sure, but like next up Monday, I believe it's Monday. I think it's Monday that museum collection comes out for baseball. And the way they've screwed that product up so bad now, I liked it when you had the 4 boxes. That was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just like 1 pack or 2 packs, something like that, maybe 3. I expect it to probably be right around $700.
That's fair.
I want to say that might be secondary market from Topps, probably about 5. And for me, it's another thing. I was on.
Was that pre-buy next? Is that pre-buy?
Yeah.
Okay.
The EQL, whatever that is, that nobody gets in on usually.
Yeah.
I'm not going to try it because I don't have that kind of money, but I was in a break with KC card over there, And we were talking about prior to the break about the prices of the boxes, and if you're going to spend that kind of money, there should never be a sticker auto.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe it was either museum or it was the sapphire, chrome sapphire that's coming out. That they showed a picture of sticker auto. I'm paying that kind of money? No. You want to do that for flagship, you want to do that for like chrome, something like that.
Especially of your superstars.
Right. Me personally, box cost me over $300 directly from Tops. Should never have a sticker auto. Ever.
Well, that's like you said. I mean, that's like we said. So it's the same type of thing. It's like there should never be a redemption that you should be waiting on.
Right.
If redemptions are that low, I mean, right? Look, I mean, most of your, if you have a redemption, I mean, I don't know what. Excuse me. I don't know if all of them are numbered or anything like that. I've only hit um 2 redemptions, and I mean, I didn't have any problem going ahead and getting them or anything.
Right.
But mine weren't, anything, super. I mean, it was, if I one was a Pena for Houston, the shortstop,
Yeah.
and that was at a holiday also. I think actually that was in the same box
Oh,
that
wow.
I actually hit the 1 of 1, if I remember correctly, and then a Panini product that I had to go ahead and send in, and stuff like that. So, but to me, it's one of those things. To your point, is I don't know, what if any redemption. Hey Kenneth, how you doing, buddy? Hope all is well.
Kenneth,
Um, I don't know how, but to me, you
I
have a
think
redemption to
you
10.
have it.
You
I
have a
can
redemption
understand
to
that.
25.
Right.
Why can't you go ahead and during spring training or something like that when or I mean, I guess maybe the thing is, well, guess what, some of the cards come out later and we can't. Well, yes, you can. You could freaking have a Topps representative go to the freaking ballpark for Shohei Ohtani and say, hey, Shohei, we're having these, this orange ice disco thing with Bobby is to 5. Here are the 5 cards. Here's them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need you to sign them. Sleeve, sleeve, sleeve. Top loader, top loader, top loader. Whatever. Boom. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Boom. You go back to, you stick around. You go, hey, Mike Trout. I'm in LA. I'm getting all the guys. Mookie's gonna get whoever it may be. I'm gonna drive up and down the coast or something. I'm gonna figure
Oh
something
yeah,
out, and
I
then
know
go
they don't
ahead
do
and,
that,
and have them.
but I can't. Something tells me like, let's just say for museum collection, last year they probably had cards already started printed for this set. All right, you had them set already by then. Ship them out to the guys and say, look, you got till this time to have them sent back to us, and they have all winter when they're off to do it. Then you get them all in. You don't have a redemption at that point. I mean, if you're gonna have redemptions, okay, I understand it. Whatever, it happens. The guy's sick, or he went out to Japan, or whatever, and I just there shouldn't be as many as there is.
What do
The logo man patches and stuff like that. Okay, I understand that. Maybe you have them signed already. They're sitting here. You didn't want to put them in packs. Okay, case of damage. Got it. Understand that.
Yeah, I mean,
But
but that to me is like the only reason.
yeah, every other if it's just a regular auto and it's a parallel to green or white or whatever it is, just put it in there. Don't make it a redemption. Now I just came up with an idea.
No, well, hold on. But not only that, and the worst part is when it's not really a player that you think about that is redemption worthy.
Like where was it? It was in KC's break. They had one of a Houston player, Tanini or something like that. It was a weird name, and it was a green, redemption green. And I looked him up. I'm like, the card's worth like maybe $100, if that. And I'm like, why is he a redemption?
Exactly.
Is it something that he just came over and you couldn't get him right away? You can't tell me you couldn't have heard he's coming over. Hey, let's get a guy down there, have him sign these cards, and bring them back. I don't.
Yeah, like I said, we are. Yeah, I mean, look, we're in agreement with that. So what's your idea? What is your big idea?
So,
Hit it.
and if Topps was smart, which we
Well,
know,
okay. If part of your idea is Topps being smart, we got issues.
if I was going to do a nice logo, if you took Otani, Judge, both of them get it. You take the Nick Hertz, I forget who else it was. Anybody who won the awards last year, and make one
Hey, Larkin.
logo man autograph booklet.
Oh, so you're saying take your 2 MVPs and your 2 Rookie of the Years
and make a booklet out of it. I could see that being a chase for somebody, or the top, card that I can understand possibly needing to be a redemption. But that would be a sick booklet to get.
Of course. I haven't seen, I mean, we've seen, or have we seen, does Topps do booklets? Yeah, they do booklets, don't they?
Yeah, because they do it. They do it for Allen Ginter has them in it. And
is it Museum or one of the other ones?
I can't remember if Museum has it or if it's Tier 1.
Well, it must be Tier 1. It's got to be a higher end, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I know they have them in Allen and Ginter. I mean, they're very hard to get, but I mean, you can get them. But they're usually like a single. You open it up and that's it. I know
so you have like the autograph on one side and the player's image on the other side.
The other side, or it's a relic booklet, something stupid. They don't have them like Panini where there's like 17 players.
Yeah,
which would be cool for Topps to do, but now going back to what we were talking about last time about like if Shohei did win the 3 years in a row, if you did his 3 and Barry Bonds 3 and put them in a booklet, that would be sick. And make it a true 101. Can't have like out of 4. Can't have that. But that would be a chase for everybody.
Oh, that would be. Let's face it. Honest to goodness, that'd be nuts.
And put that in flagship. Don't put it in Chrome. That I never understood either. Why are these cards in Chrome and not flagship? Always.
Probably their thought process is if they don't put that stuff in flagship because in their mind, flagship is the entry product. Flagship is for the kids, man.
Okay, dream on.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of.
You're probably right.
Like
big Otani autos and Trout autos, big name autos in there, but they're going to be far and few between because there's probably only out of all flagship, probably maybe 100 of each of their cards, if not less, of their autographed cards in that product.
Yeah, I couldn't. I mean, yeah, I'm sure.
Because I know
if that matters.
Trout and Otani only signed for so many autos for Topps per year. I know that for a fact. How many it is? Could be 500, could be 1,000, but I think it's probably more in the 500 range for all the products across the board. But
yeah,
they
I think what so
a booklet like that would be sick.
Oh yeah, so you had. Like I said, that's the only reason why I think of is they're looking at flagship as the entry product, right? For kids per se, because you got rid of Big League and
opening day,
you got rid of those two, so that was that kind of thing. And
turn them into celebration boxes.
Yeah,
that were like $95 now, which is ridiculous.
Right, because hey, we threw some stuff in there. Woo! Like, are they going to have celebration boxes for football? Well, that's what's going to be.
Okay, so they have. I know flagship for football is going to have mascot autographs.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. That's where it's going to be interesting. Like, how much of baseball are they going to copy?
It's going to go into both
basketball and football. Like, so are they going to have museum?
Probably.
I mean, it's going to be interesting to see.
I mean, a museum box of basketball or indoor football, you're looking at probably almost $2,000, if not $2,000 a box.
Oh hell yeah!
Which makes no sense to me because Why?
Archives and Allen and Ginter in December. Start
I have
saving
not
up.
heard anything yet, but
Start
I know
saving up. start,
that's about the time they come out. Yes.
start going ahead and saving all
Actually,
your pennies.
I think archives will probably be November. AMG will probably be December, if not next January.
But I'm just curious. That's what I wonder going for. I mean, when you think
I think
about it,
that's what they're trying to do is like filter what they're doing in baseball flagship, just flagship, I believe, maybe Chrome, but filtering it all into one setup. Like I know Lawson said last week about how they're taking the flagship from baseball, that style, putting it across basketball and football.
I mean, from
And I
their
understand the fact
perspective,
of
it
that.
makes sense.
Right, it's cheaper
You
for
know,
them to do it that way.
yeah.
They're not having a bunch of different printing setups. They're just boom. All right, we're done with basketball, football, or baseball. Let's roll in the football plates. Boom, boom, boom. Roll in the basketball, and then you're just done. But I believe archives is going to be probably November. That's usually it's either early or mid November. Yeah, that's October 26th. You got museum.
That'll be. I'm sure that's going to be expensive.
Museum is this Monday, I believe. The EQL.
I don't
Then
remember seeing
there's
that email, but then again, I haven't really been looking because
then there is
I don't care.
Chrome Sapphire at some point. Um, they have the new Chrome Japan Samurai Team Samurai card boxes coming. I can see them being probably $300-400 a box. Stadium Club, I like Stadium Club, and yeah, you do get two autographs usually in a box. I believe they're going to cut that down to one this year. Who knows?
Anything's
It's
possible with them, man. Anything is possible.
It is so expensive.
Well, and that's just it. Look, they're not going to,
Prices aren't going to come down. They're not.
I mean,
Update, I believe. I heard somebody say like mid to end of September for update. Which what are they going to put in that? I mean, really, there's not a whole lot.
um,
I mean, there goes the guys that called up, but I mean,
I don't know.
Rookie wise,
I mean, I don't know. Though, I mean, I'm assuming those cards are already printed, so
yeah.
that would have. So if a guy's like just got called up, this week or last week, I doubt they're going to be in it. So
Right.
you're talking about maybe those guys that might have been called up in June, July.
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe before the All-Star break, I believe it is when they had to be in.
But I think, I I think it really doesn't. I hate to say it. You're going to say, oh, I agree with you. Like with Stadium Club, love to go ahead and get everything, but still, I mean, it's hard to go ahead and and fork out that kind of money when you're hoping you get two autographs. And look, the truth of the matter is, we've known for a while now, right? The only way you could basically go ahead and get your money back is just you're hitting one of the big cards. When you think about it, if your box of Stadium Club and you're paying what 300 for it, let's say,
Yeah,
let's just use that on. If you go ahead and your two autographs are B-level stars, you're still screwed.
yeah.
Apparently, that wasn't baseball. Baseball Stadium Club is November.
So looking at tops right now, the flagship football drops Friday. Museum collection pre-order is Monday. Then you have a Star Wars Chrome Sapphire edition is August 26th, along with the Samurai Chrome. Other than that,
Well, to me, then they're bringing out, they're doing all this. I was going to say, then Topps Genie drops 16. Why?
I was looking at that like,
Why?
I know.
I'm surprised. A new product for basketball is motif.
Yeah. Which
You know.
looks kind of like Inception.
It does.
And then you have pristine basketball. So there's two that went, one that went from baseball into basketball so far. You do have Bowman Chrome coming out September 9th. See that on their site. Now, if I go to Beckett, they're releasing.
So in flagship, they're going to have the all Kings cards. So they're going ahead and they're having a lot. I mean, they're going to have a bunch of the. They're going to have a bunch of this. Now they're going to have to obviously have some different type inserts. Because different things in football, right? Like 1,000-yard rusher, 1,000-yard receiver, 4,000-yard passer, all that kind of stuff, right? So I can understand them doing something, different from that standpoint, but
like I'm looking at these, you have on Beckett's site, you have their base design. And it looks like they have a true photo variation, which just like baseball. The 1990 design again. They have the Super Bowl, I guess, like different Super Bowls, that quarterback autographs of those. Victory Inc. The patch cards, obviously. Yeah, see, even there they have the NFLPA Players Association patch on one of them. Different images, like
holy crap.
They have one that looks like it says touchdown, almost like a Kaboom card, only it's suddenly touchdown.
Yeah, I agree with you, Lockin. It is going to be crazy.
Just looking at these, I'm like, really? So there is 18 different inserts in this thing. Anywhere from the 1,000-yard club down to wild card moments.
Yeah.
Highlight reels. Holy crap. Yeah, who's going to be looking for that shit? Not me.
They have a Topps 2026 Topps Mint Marvel box guide, hobby box guide. Mint Marvel. Mint. Whatever that is. It's 1 pack, 10 cards, 9 base cards, 1 numbered card, and 1 encased card.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you got to be freaking kidding me.
And I bet you that's like $500-$600, if not more.
I mean, we've talked about everything. What they're doing. Look, they can throw the Disney out there, they throw Marvel out there, and this Genie or whatever the hell, whoever she must be, obviously she must be a singer or something like that. But this is what they're doing. They're starting to, they're moving into all stuff. They get people started, let me try, getting, this Genie thing. What the hell? Maybe I'll go, and now I tell you one thing I would really love, and I'm going to look for it. I think UFC, I like the Stadium Club, but Stadium Club UFC looks pretty good. Again, not that you're going to go ahead and get anything out of it.
Right. He's asking as far as how they print. They have different printing factories all over the place.
Star Wars. Yeah, but didn't this product die?
You would think it did, but obviously it did not.
I wonder how much of that they friggin' sold, dude.
There is Tennis Peak fans out there. Come on.
I know they do. That they have Athletes Unlimited that they're doing stuff with. I mean, they're so, between Disney, GPK, Formula One, tennis, MLS, Marvel, WWE, the NBA, the NFL, the MLB. I mean, my goodness gracious.
And they're still doing the wacky packages. They're still doing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it must sell like something overseas. GPK.
They're doing. I mean, there's so many different products that they go with that they're not hurting at all for money.
No, they're not, and they're not going to hurt because you still have all that crap out there. You still have, you still have a lot of that stuff sitting there, waiting.
I wouldn't doubt, if anything, if they had archives, A&G update already all printed, just sitting in a warehouse somewhere waiting to be shipped for when they feel like releasing it. It would not surprise me.
I agree.
Universe has come out a couple of years, and that's probably going to be $400 or $500 a box. The one I'm waiting for is on Blowout. It's called Big League Chew Baseball. And they look really cool. They're cheap. It's like a hobby box, like $80. At least it was. They don't have any right now in stock, but I should have pre-ordered one. But it's real cheap, and you get like autographs and stuff like. I'm like, for a hobby box for $80 with a guaranteed one or two autos in it. Why not?
Oh yeah.
Might not be the biggest selling, but
no. But when you think about it from a standpoint of you you potentially at least can go ahead and get some of your money.
right.
You know what I mean? Like you're not going to go ahead and you're probably not going to go ahead and kill it, but you're probably going to go ahead and be able to reap a little bit, but you don't know. Again, it's like with the autograph that's going to be worth money is relative to what status that person has or character, whatever it is, has in that product.
Right.
And we know that those are those are harder to go a hit, than anything.
Right.
So you can say, oh, $80 and, man, you could get X, Y, and Z. Yeah, you could, but you're not going to get X, Y, and Z. You're getting GHI
or XYZ. Like Panini's coming out still with Panini 3 and 2 baseball. $400 a box. You are getting one slab autograph, one slab memorabilia, and 3 base or insert cards for $400. Now,
and who are some of the players you can get? Does it matter? Because in that product, especially, right, unlicensed, if you ain't getting whoever the biggest veteran guy is, it doesn't matter.
Right. Now, let's see. Let's see. Blowout has Chrome Sapphire released on the 26th. Don't show a price, damn. Have you heard of this? Have you seen these Pulse cards?
No.
I guess Pulse is another company, but they're doing a super box like Topps does for their flagship, sold at Costco. I haven't seen anybody open any yet, but
PULSE?
Yeah. They have like
Pulse cards. Is that what it is called?
I don't know.
Oh, Pulse trading cards.
Yeah, they have like Pulse Stratus baseball. It's like you got Panini Prism coming out at $200 a box.
But 2026 Pulse Aura basketball hobby box. They're showing friggin' Steph Curry.
Maybe they can put them on there.
They're showing a triple auto of Magic Johnson, Tim Hardaway, and Kenny Smith. D-Rod, Allen Iverson, Rodman. They have an Aura quad. Steph Curry, Magic Johnson, Allen Iverson, and Giannis Antetokounmpo.
How much is the box?
It's sold out, but it was $125. 4 autographs per order. 4 autographs, Pulse first holograph release, dual, triple, and quad autos. All cards are numbered.
Wow.
Box includes the box highlights. Holy shit. 6 encased cards per box. 4 autos per box. You're going to chase dual, quads, and triples. All cards are numbered. Every card in a jewel case.
Wow.
Sold out, though. But, man.
Like, I'm looking at this. It's all right. So, Pulse makes the Big League Chew baseball cards. And they have a mega box. 8 packs. 8 cards are packed. So, what? 64 cards. You're guaranteed an auto and 8 numbered cards out of a mega. And they have Roman Anthony, Paul Skeens, Nick Kurtz, Trey Savage, and more. So, I mean, they've got some big name guys in there.
Yeah, they do, but obviously they're not going to have any logos or anything like that. That's the thing.
But for $50,
yeah,
Why not?
That's probably a fun rip.
And so I'm looking at Bowman Chrome Hobbies are $475 with 2 autographs. I'm not paying that. I'm not a person that does the whole Bowman stuff. I don't know why I just never really got into
But
it.
they had that same product for baseball. You get 16 case cards, 4 autographs. You're chasing, the dual, the triple, and the quads. All cards are numbered. Everyone is in a jewel case, and it is $125. There's Nick Kurtz right on the cover. There's a Paul Skeens, Trey Yesevich, Jacob Mizorowski, and Cam Schiller quad auto.
Wow.
Skeens has autos. Drake Baldwin, The Miz, Nick Kurtz, and Travis Bonanza. Oh, all the released people plus 7 refs. Michael Cole, Barracks. I know that's the and you get the NXT scrubs in the universe stuff. It's ridiculous.
No,
that
they,
you that's what you're getting. You're getting a lot of you're getting these friggin' scrub guys.
come on, not everything is scrub. Just most of it.
Yeah. Woohoo!
Look at this basketball to see what they have. Like Pulse has a 2026 Pulse Aura Basketball Max Edition box. 2 autos, 191 a box. That's not bad. I mean, but I don't know enough about basketball to do that.
No, but 24 individually wrapped packs per box, 2 autographs per box. All cards are numbered. Every card sealed in a jewel case. I mean, $192 for the NBA, 24 packs, 2 autos. I mean, I'm assuming that means it's only 24 cards.
I mean, you could do a break with it, add it to a break, and make some pie money off it. But I mean,
You
I don't know enough.
You could throw that in, but again, if there are going to be people who aren't going to care.
Right.
If you hit Steph Curry in that and you get that autograph, I gotta believe that you're going to have some people going ahead and wanting to buy it. Now, does that autograph go for as much as a Topps, Chrome, Topps, Steph Curry auto? I don't know. But I mean, there's going to be somebody out there who's like, wow, okay, even if you say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, what do you call it? I'm going to take a little less for it, but I go ahead and get one. I always wanted a Steph Curry autograph. I can't afford, the one from Topps and so on and so forth, or the ones that were from Panini. This one I can go ahead and afford because it's only 2/3 the price because of it's a pulse card.
The wild card ones go for a lot of money. I see that. Steph Curry wild cards are quite a bit of money.
Really?
Yeah, I'm looking at. I mean, granted, it's a 101, but they want 600. Another one, different tight style, 101, 350. A true 101 Sugar Skull, 1250, 1500. So I mean, there's some. I don't see anything from Pulse. But you look at NBA Collect Topps Cosmic Chrome Steph Curry Gold Auto. Oh, it's a digital card. How the hell are you selling digital cards? I don't understand that, but whatever.
People will.
I mean, I don't see anything. Anybody sell any of this stuff out here? Somebody has to sell something.
I don't know, man.
I'm not seeing anything from Pulse out on eBay. Oh, there's one. A Colson Montgomery autograph encased out of 15, $35. Some football Aura ones. So, I mean, they're not terrible cards.
I mean, if you get 10 cards and they're all numbered and you have and 4 of them are autographs, I mean, if you know, yeah, the box was what, $125.
Even if
If
you
you,
got two cards that sell for 50 a piece,
I
you're
mean,
losing
you actually
35.
yeah, I mean, obviously it depends on the card, but it in some kind of weird ass way, it seems that you have a better chance of potentially making your money back or at least breaking even on that than you do if you were to buy a friggin' hobby or a jumbo box out of from Tops.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyway. So, what did you think of Monday night? The show really wasn't great. The ending was nice. They ended it pretty good.
I thought the show was okay, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I hate to say it, but the way Solo's character was going, and then you bring LA Knight, it had all of the makings of predictable of him turning, especially when he's sitting there going, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
I saw that come when he was saying that. I'm like, he's not going to hit him. He's going to hit Jimmy, or he's going to hit Roman.
Yeah. Now, Jacob just standing there was interesting. That part I'm surprised, especially once
But Roman
tribal
did tell
chief
him not to
got
do
attacked.
anything.
Yeah, but the tribal chief got attacked.
That's what I was like. Wait a minute, he's not. Then he's probably thinking, well, he told me not to do anything.
Yeah.
And then he left before all the other ones way out in front of him.
Yeah, so I mean I don't know. I mean obviously it seems as though they're trying to set up something as a war games, but for what?
I mean, right now you would have, let's just say, Fatu leaves and joins Solo's group. So there's, yeah, now you have 3-on-3.
You figure
Normally,
they bring Royce Keys back.
it's at least 5 guys, right? Normally on each side.
No, I think they said that they are changing Survivor Series to 4-on-4.
Okay, so you bring, like you said, you bring Royce Keys back. That's the 4 on that side. But who joins? I mean, do they bring
Zillow?
I can't believe they would bring him up that quickly, though. Yeah, I can. What am I thinking? Yeah, they would.
War Games is going to take place in Houston. I mean, Survivor Series War Games, yeah, it's going to be in Houston. I don't see anything. Like I said, I thought I heard or read somewhere. I don't know if it was on X or if I read it on somebody's Instagram post. And I thought they were talking about that they were going to 4-on-4,
Which would make a little more sense, I think, personally. But
it would make sense if you, well, it would make sense. Yeah, you're not having to worry about finding 2 more guys because you could easily. Royce Keys gets in the Fatu's head, right? They were buddies and everything, and he gets to go back there. Now that's that there. That leaves the other guys needing 3. Does Zilla come over to there and then, hey, brother, you made a mistake and everything, leaving the bloodline? Now you have, Solo, the little brother of, Usos, and you have Zilla, I believe, who's the little brother of Jacob.
which, because they could technically bring him up for that one-off match with them. They don't have to bring him up as a full-time person on Raw.
Well, yeah, but I think if you bring him up and you're doing a bloodline thing, you almost have to have him stay. You can't have him go away. Now, there's more bloodline people. I guess Rikishi they have another brother. I mean,
There's a ton of guys in that family.
And that family tree has some serious roots, dude. I don't know. I mean, I look at the other matches and stuff like that. I mean, the luchador matches, I think they were good. I just don't understand if the I mean, I don't mean this the wrong way, but I just don't know if the American audience
Gets it.
understands lucha libre.
Yeah. I mean, if
Being
you look at it, they're setting it up for the final match to be Penta versus Ray Phoenix.
right,
And so they're setting it up for. The
Yeah.
Gable and Rey Mysterio is a pretty decent match. I expected
was
that to
good.
be kind of, but it actually ended up being really good.
I enjoy Ray. I tell you, at his age and everything like that, he still moves pretty damn good. I think there was like a botch or two, but I mean overall, it was it was fairly clean and stuff like that.
I'd be happy to move like he does at his age.
Yeah, yeah.
The women's stuff was crap.
The what?
The women's stuff, that was crap. What they're doing to Lyra is stupid. They're turning her into, like you said, another
Nikki
Nikki Cross. Yeah.
And why? Where? What does it lead to? Where does it go? Who's she gonna feud with? If the idea is to get Ruka back going after what's her name?
Bailey?
Title. No, about the title.
Oh,
Rodriguez.
yeah.
Right? If the idea is for Soul to go back against her, what are you doing with Lyra? What does Lyra do now? What, you gonna have Lyra go ahead and go against Roxanne Perez? You're gonna have, I mean, I just like
I think they kind of demoted Lyra.
yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
And then Friday night, I read somewhere that they cut out 3 parts of Friday Night SmackDown to be able to cut it down to the 2 hours. Because Paige was supposed to come out and say something, and then there was like 2 matches or segments that were cut to.
Really?
Yeah, to make it 2 hours.
Yeah, well.
Which the Paige thing, who cares? What they do.
What is she going to come out and say?
Oh man, I want a match against, both.
I'm going to get a mystery partner.
Right.
And we're going to fight the Bellas.
Right. And I think come up to, I don't know where they'll do it. They'll do it at Sunday Night Main Event in Atlanta.
That show's looking pretty darn good.
Because if they do it, you're looking at, I think you're going to have a triple threat match for the women's title.
Where?
I don't know. I don't know if that'll be Sunday night main event or they'll hold it off until Money in the Bank. Because you have Liv, Bailey, or not Bailey, Becky Lynch, and the other one, Stephanie Valcara. I just see that coming. I mean, maybe not. Maybe they do a Stephanie and Becky for the number 1 spot.
Contender. I mean, I don't know. Liv has to go ahead and friggin', if you're going to make a big deal, I know Chelsea's hurt for crying out loud, but if you're going to make a big deal about her making sure she defends, well, why aren't you doing the same with Liv?
Right.
I'm
looking forward to the Oba Breaker. I really thought the way Heyman came out, I know he's not, he's been good, I guess, at times, but I thought he was going to side with Oba and walk out with Oba.
Yeah, so I just think
the way he shook Oba's hand and Braun was so pissed at that. I know it's all acting, but still.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense to have. In a way, it makes sense to have Paul with Oba. It would make more sense if, well, I don't think Paige is all the way clear. She's doing tag matches and thing on the.
Oh, maybe.
She sucks anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I think Oba talks a lot. Different than Brock, right? Brock really was not very, big on the mic. He didn't like that part. Oba does go ahead and talk a lot, and he talks well. I mean, he
Mhm.
comes up, I don't know how much of his stuff is scripted for him,
Right.
stuff like that. But I mean, the things he does, the things he says, the jabs and so on and so forth, they're very, very good. Um, him coming out with them, I mean, it makes sense because you don't see Paul really coming out with the Vision when they come out as tag champions.
It's what's her name now?
Yeah,
Maxine.
Maxine,
I,
so
I have to say, I don't see there would be no point in having Breaker beat Oba. It does nothing for Braun at that point, and it would hurt Oba, I believe, especially after what Rock said about him.
well, yeah, um, you can't have that and everything. And the other thing is really this is just Obafemi against Braun Breaker, right?
Mm-hmm.
At Saturday night's main event. Why in the hell are we having a contract signing?
So they can get at each other at the table like they always do at every contract
They
signing.
haven't done anything to each other,
Not yet.
you know. And I guess they could go ahead and do something. I don't know, man. It's you know, it is so frustrating. I mean, it's
They haven't really built it up like they build it up like you used to, and give something there. This is just them staring at each other. They haven't per se really done anything.
I mean, yeah, like it probably would make a little bit of sense if you had Breaker just get the best of Oba just a little bit, right? Just just a little crack, right? Like a little kink in the armor, But you're right. Like I said to me, I don't understand this. You know, are we really doing this just so we can delay, Oba going for a title? I mean, this money, this King of the Ring shit ain't supposed to be like Money in the Bank. You don't get to go ahead and hold this and be like, hey, okay, I want my match now. This is just, like, again, changing the rules of the way this shit works and everything. It's just,
It
I don't
makes
like
sense
it, man. I don't freaking like it.
if they're using this to hold them off, possibly till they get done with that whole Triple Mania where Roman's going to face one of these guys. They wait for that, and maybe Oba and Reigns at Money in the Bank.
I don't know, but if you're setting up some kind of war games type thing, again, see, this is where I mean, I like the bloodline. I mean, I'm not going to go ahead and say I don't. I mean, you know, one's in the air, the whole thing and everything like that. I like that whole thing and everything. But to me, in reality, what good is Roman Reigns without the title?
I agree, but I mean, he still draws people just because of who
I,
he
I
is.
I understand that is, but are people gonna, you
Or
know,
do you do it? Okay, he has this with Braun Breaker, and then if Royce Keys can't make it back, you have Oba join the other three guys. LA, that would make an interesting Survivor Series.
well, Keys is just to work. He's not injured at
Oh, I
all.
know that.
But what I'm saying, I mean, it doesn't. I mean, yeah, I guess you get them in the ring while Roman still has the title. Maybe at that point, I don't know. But to me, I get, it's like you're the tribal chief. Well, if you're the tribal chief and you don't have the belt, why is the tribe going to give a shit about you?
True.
That's the hard part I have with this whole thing. The way
But
they
with
have
them,
this,
okay,
that's why Oba Femi should never have won King of the Ring. He never should have won it. They could have done something else.
But
They
are they?
they screwed themselves here because now you're trying to keep the bloodline thing going, and then you're trying to go ahead and promote a new guy to go ahead and be, the face of the company to go ahead and lead. And are they willing to go ahead and put the belt on a 28-year-old guy who, I mean, is still, in his infancy in his wrestling career?
Right.
Are they going to go ahead and strap the company to his? Are they going to strap, Monday Night Raw?
Or
Are
do
they
they
going to
do
strap
like
it to
they
his
have with
back
some
and let
guys?
him go?
Or do they do like they do with some guys? Give them the belt till the next pay per view, and then he loses it, or to the next Monday night type deal. Thing have done that in the past.
I mean, they can. I mean, that's not, you compare him to the Beast and stuff, the way they're trying to. It's not like Lesnar had very long title reigns.
Right.
Not saying he had, ones that were, hey, we were in Backlash in June and we had, whatever in August and he loses it. I mean, I'm sure there are a couple like that, but I'm not sure, from that standpoint. But if you're talking, to me again, you had him go against Lesnar. You had him not destroy Lesnar, but you had him beat Lesnar. You had him beat him at WrestleMania. Then you go to the second biggest pay per view. You have him beat him in at SummerSlam.
So
You
his
can't
longest
make the
reign.
guy be soft. He's got to go ahead and he's got to get that title and he's got to friggin' hold on to it.
Oh yeah, because Brock's longest was basically 504 days of Universal Championships. That's a little over a year. So you would, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they. I don't know if they're doing that type of thing, but they're also. It seems like with the bloodline, kind of with, especially with Jimmy or Jey Uso, like kind of like him taking over, being the big guy.
I guess so.
It would make no sense. I mean, he is not the guy I would strap my company to do. Don't get me wrong, Jay's not a terrible wrestler, but
No, Jay's not a total wrestler, but for crying out loud, again, at any point in time, Jay is going to botch some kind of shit up.
right.
But you look at Lesnar, right? Individual, when he was the WWE champ, 126, 28, 119, 173, 28. His seventh reign, the seventh over that was 43. His Universal, 504, like you said. Then he had 156, and then he had 28. So
Could you have Oba hold it for the 28 days, maybe 30 days, and then
I don't. I mean,
drops it somewhere?
I don't know. To me,
Or you have it, they do it at Money in the Bank. He wins it there, but whoever won the men's tournament cashes in and beats him, like a Seth Rollins or something.
I just think that kills him. Then what do how are you the future when you can't even hold the title for more than 10 minutes?
True.
Okay, hey, you do that in Money in the Bank. Then on Monday Night Raw, you come out and you're like, hey, I want my challenge right now. And then he stomps, he beats the crap out of whoever the champ is, and he gets it back less than 24 hours later, and he starts a new one. I think that's what I mean. It's
The only other thing I could think you'd do is if they do it at Money in the Bank, you have the brothers interfere and it's not a clean win for Roman, but he wins. It doesn't hurt Oba that way.
But the problem you have is you've set up nothing between the two. Oba hasn't come out and interrupted him at all, and all the other kind of stuff going on.
You got
And
that.
if he's going through Braun Breaker right now, so are we saying, hey, on Sunday night's main event in September, Oba beats the crap? Maybe is it a squash match? Because then if that's the problem you have, if you have Oba Femi squash Braun Breaker, what does that do for Breaker?
I don't think it would hurt Breaker as much as it would Oba, personally, because Braun has a little bit more tenure and he can build himself back up. He can move over to. They can move the division over to SmackDown. They can go after that. I mean, I don't know. That's you have options there, but I don't think it would be a squash match. But then again, like I said, the only time Oba's mentioned Roman was when he won King of the Ring and wanted to go out to Brock Lesnar and said, Roman can wait. I want Brock Lesnar. So, and then nothing's been said about out of Oba's mouth since then. Now it's gone on to
Right, and that's why I'm saying, is
why
it
did he
one of
win
those
King of
things
the
where
Ring?
what do you do? What is your plan? Is your plan to have it be a great match and what they shake hands afterwards? And Heyman is pissed off at Breaker for shaking hands, like and I did, I'm done, I'm leaving, I'm gonna go here, and then what? Like how are we connecting? What else are we leading up to where we're not just gonna have say Obafemi show up on a Monday Night Raw and go, I want my King of the Ring title match now. Like I don't or do we say, hey, guess what? We don't care about the build up. Here's what we're gonna do. He's
I mean,
gonna come back. He's gonna show up the Monday. He's gonna show up that Monday night after beating up Breaker and go. You see, I am the future Roman. I want my match.
and if they give it to him that night, I think this is the only scenario where if he has that match and the Bloodline gets involved, he loses. Roman wins with help. That's the only scenario I could see where it would not really affect Oba that much because it was interference, which would then lead up to. You could lead it if you worked it right. You could work it up to Money in the Bank to where you could have Roman lose the belt there. I don't. I'm kind of with you that Roman's holding it until WrestleMania, and that's where Oba's going to win it.
But how does that work when the winner of the Royal Rumble gets a title match at WrestleMania and the winner of Elimination Chamber gets that? This is what I'm saying. This whole thing of him holding it and waiting to cash this in, this is not Money in the Bank. It was, hey, you won King of the Ring. Here's where your title defense is going to be. I don't need. You get to pick. You want to pick. Who do you want? You want Punk or you want Roman? Pick one. But you got to go ahead and pick one. You can't drag this along. You can't gut. He cannot be King of the Ring without a title shot going into next year, because if he does, then you see if he enters Elimination Chamber or he enters Royal Rumble, you know he's going to win because they're going to have him win.
Or do they? Or is it possible that he faces Roman at the Rumble? I mean, that's a possibility. If not, it would have to be at either Money in the Bank or the final Saturday night main event in December that they have, I believe, still. Because they can't do it at Survivor Series. That wouldn't make any sense. Because it's not like he can cash in a briefcase. Is there any men who has the Money in the Bank right now? Nobody, right? They cashed it in already.
That would have been 2025, right?
I think so. Yeah.
2025. I spell it right.
I'm just curious. I don't remember seeing it, but maybe.
Seth won the men's. Naomi won the women. Seth defeated. Naomi won, and then Naomi cashed in Evolution.
Okay. Seth cashed in because that's when he was having that fake injury, wasn't it? Is that then? I'm trying to remember.
Oh, Seth cashes. Oh, on CM Punk. That's right. When he had the injury with his knee, right? So yeah, that's when he went ahead and that's when he went ahead and cashed in.
Right. Okay, so that makes that good. Yeah, that's the only thing. If they don't do it at the Rumble, it would have to be either Money in the Bank and or the end of the year. But they usually don't put a match like that on a Saturday Night main event.
No, they're not. They're not going to put Roman Reigns against Obafemi at Money in the Bank. They're not going to do anything Survivor Series. I can't see it. I mean, to me, that's a marquee matchup at WrestleMania. But again, if you're the guy who wins, either Money in the Bank or Elimination Chamber or Royal Rumble, you're like, hey, dude, what are you talking about? You want a match? I won Royal Rumble. I'm choosing, I'm choosing Roman. What do you mean? Because whoever won the elimination chamber, they chose, we'll say Punk. I don't know if it'll still be Punk. I'm not sure who. I'm not sure really who's it going to be. I mean, I can't. Was it going to be Kevin Owens? I mean,
I
they're gonna.
put it on him like that. I think that's a bad move, but
I don't
being
know.
that it's in Canada, it's very possible. Does he hold it for very long? I don't think so. If he does win. But yeah, what they're doing with Ova, I don't know how you, short of doing it at the Rumble, and I mean, you could technically, okay, Ova faces him at the Rumble, he loses with interference, wants a rematch at WrestleMania. Now, granted, you're going to have the winner of the Rumble that,
No, the only way you do that is you have if you want to play it out to where you want to have them at WrestleMania. The truth of the matter is this: the only way you do it is that Oba and Roman open up the show at the Rumble. Um, Interference, whatever it is, causes Oba to lose.
right,
Then Oba goes ahead and beats the crap out of one of the contestants of the Rumble and joins in, and he wins. And he says, "Screw you! I'm going to grab that. I'm getting that belt at Mania." And it
I,
sucks because that match, and it sucks for us. Well, it sucks for the fans who would want to go because don't forget, Mania is in Riyadh.
right. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. I mean, because we get what Punk and KO this Friday, right? I believe it is in Ontario or wherever it's at.
Yeah, I mean, I thought, like, how do you go ahead and have Kevin Owens come and win that title? I mean, I just
Does
don't.
he get? Does he not get a clean win and Sammy interferes somehow?
I guess I don't know, man. It's just
Or is it Punk wants a vacation with his wife and okay, well, I'll drop the title for him for now, but I'll be back in a month to get it. I don't know.
the Royal Rumble is at State Farm Field in Glendale, Arizona, in February. Royal Rumble used to be in January.
That's true.
They moved it to February.
Yeah, because it used to be like the last week of January, I believe. That last weekend in January. Yeah, that. Then you have what Elimination Chamber or no? Yeah, you have Elimination Chamber, then Riyadh.
Elimination Chamber. Oh, 2025, you dumbass. 2027. Have they announced that yet? They have not announced Elimination Chamber. Oh, That was 2075. I doubt they have that one yet. 2027.
Might still be around for that one. I don't know
Holy
though.
crap. No date yet for Elimination Chamber. No date, no location.
Although they probably already have it, just haven't announced it. But you know how they are.
Probably. Wow. Summer thinks, wow. So there's something on Reddit that says Royal Rumble. Let's see, it doesn't make any sense. It's saying January. So, this is 20. Elimination Chamber was not in Brazil. These are all wrong. You're a dumbass. Whoever put this up here. The only one they got right was SummerSlam. Somebody put up here for 20. Right, Royal Rumble was going to be in Riyadh. Wasn't this year?
What was that? Which one?
Royal Rumble, was that in Riyadh? Yeah, because we had all the women wearing the full bodysuits.
Yeah.
They had Elimination Chamber in Sao Paulo, Brazil.
No, it was in Toronto.
They had Backlash, Japan. I don't remember Jack. No, we didn't have that. Night of Champions was in Riyadh. Money in the Bank was in Rome. No. That was supposed to be July 4th. Money in the Bank, Rome.
Almost this year. It's not.
Yeah.
This year's.
This person's an idiot.
Oh, this year's Elimination Chamber was in Chicago.
Oh, is it?
It was no this one that's already passed. Was in
Oh,
Chicago.
26.
That's when. Isn't that when Punk won that one? So I don't know. It was in Chicago, so you know Punk was there. And from what I'm hearing, I mean, I don't know if it's 100% certain or not, but I'm hearing the Hall of Fame is going to be over there too. Which, if you're going to do it, you might as well do it that way instead of trying to do it in two places.
Well,
and who do you have this year going in? Have they announced anybody yet? 2027.
I don't think so.
No.
I mean, I just can't believe
It says Hall of Fame is going to be in Riyadh.
Are you going to have John Cena go in the Hall of Fame?
It's either, they're saying right now, the top two, like, mentioned people for it are either John Cena or Batista.
Let it be Batista, that piece of crap.
They're saying possibly Bam Bam. Bray Wyatt's supposed to be one.
I mean, Bray's fine. Bam Bam, what are you saying? Bam Bam Bigelow?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, I mean, to me, let it be friggin' Batista. Let him go ahead and celebrate with those people over there. I mean, Cena, I mean, it's crazy that AJ Styles gets in a few, 2.5 months later, and here we are. John Cena is going to not going to get in until maybe like 2028.
Yeah, that would he should have been there before AJ, personally.
Yes. When he tapped out to Gunther in December, he should have been going in friggin' but what do they want to do? They want AJ? Why you want to? I mean, now unless they thought, hey,
did he turn it down? Maybe.
Pardon me?
Then maybe he turned it down. The guy don't want to go in yet.
Well, that, or I'm thinking maybe AJ. I know AJ's been doing a lot with his son, and maybe they. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know how. I don't know. Do they truly not know? I mean, I'm hoping that it is truly a surprise for them, and they have no clue as to what's happening.
I saw somebody else's daughter is coming up. I think it's a Hall of Famer. Their daughter is coming up into the wrestling scene. I can't remember who it was though. And she looked bad. In a bad way, like not like she should be a wrestler. She should be something else. But,
kind of like Ava.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like Rock's daughter.
Whatever happened to her?
I mean,
She quit or let go?
it depends who you believe. There are some that say she walked out because of the WWE's some of their political affiliation.
I
You
can see
know,
that. I mean, it's just I don't know. It's
she's LB. You know, she's an alphabet person,
yeah, well,
and was pissed off, I guess. With Triple H and Linda McMahon, all they all stuff, and she had enough, and she was like, and I think like one of her first posts was, it's free to be able to say what I want to say, or something along the line, or something along those lines.
kind of like Mick Foley who pulled himself away from WWE because of that crap. But whatever.
Like all of a sudden now
Yeah, I know, right?
but you didn't seem to give a shit when Trump showed up.
Yeah, exactly.
When he was a Democrat and you liked his ass.
Yeah. So I don't know what they plan on doing with Oba, Braun, and I saw pictures of freaking Bronson Reed. He's lost a lot of weight.
Yep.
He
But
comes
he's
back.
an old guy. He had a setback, and that's why he's not back.
I don't know if they have. Let's see. Bronson Reed return.
I don't think there's anything on the books for him. I mean,
I'm looking at to see if they.
Is there some kind of turn type thing? But Breaker go after Paul, and then Reed comes back, and then all of a sudden it's Braun against Bronson. Is there a feud there? I don't know. Like I said, to me, I hate the I don't know.
Reed has shared photos showing a dramatic, leaner, and heavier chiseled physique alongside a warning caption, "I'm a problem," heavily signaling that his return to television is approaching.
Yeah, he's a problem. And then somebody in the comments was like, "Yeah, problem that gets hurt," or something along those lines.
But if he toned himself up, he might not get as hurt. I mean, he still can get hurt, but I mean, I would like to see him come back and go after maybe Logan Paul or Breaker would be kind of cool. Does he come back as just join them? I just don't see that. Usually, when you're out like this long, they talk to you about turning face, but
well, they go ahead and they move on to something else. I don't know. I just think
make a good face. That's the other thing. I think he would put him up against Gunther.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
And why do we need another Randy Cody feud? Seriously, match. Why do we need that?
I guess the fans want it.
Are they eventually going to give Randy his 15? Probably. Before he retires, he'll probably get his 15th. It's not going to last long, but he's going to get it.
How? Over who?
Maybe.
Why?
Maybe he gets it over Kevin.
Why? Well, you have so now you have to start a feud with him with Kevin after this.
That's a possibility. I'm just saying there's possibilities. Something tells me they're going to give him his number 15 before he retires.
Why?
Because they want to. They feel he's due. Because he hasn't held the title for who knows how long.
I mean, you're going to give him a title, but you're going to
let him keep it for 15, 30 days and take it away from him.
Yeah, see, I just...
I think they're going to end up having Cody retire him, not Gunther. Because the way that's been talked about, I don't know. I just don't want to see it. Like, the Cody-Randy match was good the first one. No. I always liked Randy Orton. I always have.
Yeah, no, I have not liked Randy ever. I mean, I'm not like. I mean, I have not been a massive
Right, me neither.
a fan of his. It's not like, oh my gosh, Randy's getting ready to wrestle. I better go ahead and, stop everything and make sure,
Oh no,
that I'm
I
watching
agree.
stuff.
I agree there.
But by the same token, it's not like
I mean, he's the most tenured, I think, on either show right now. I don't know anybody that's been there longer. Besides, well, maybe Ray. Him and Ray are probably the two big ones. 'Cause I don't know of anybody else that's still wrestling. I mean, is this his year of retirement? I mean, Randy said he had like 2 or 3 years left. That was like 2 or 3 years ago. So, I mean, maybe. But like you said, did they take it off of Kevin? Or does it go back to Cody and takes it off of Cody to end that feud? I don't know.
well, I don't think Kevin deserves to
Oh, I don't either.
be champion. I don't necessarily know. Uh, I don't necessarily know. Why. I mean, oh, well, because the fans love him. Okay, that doesn't mean you have to make the guy the freaking champ.
Right.
You
They're going to love him either
that-
way if he loses or not.
yeah. So
I mean,
I
come on,
don't
there's
know.
still Sami
That's what I'm
Zayn
saying.
fans out there.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just don't know. I mean, like I said, I understand. Hey, give it to Randy and stuff, and what, and, you're having, um, like to your point, are you having Cody go ahead and
beats Randy for the title at
beats him and
retirement.
retires him at the same
Yeah.
times?
I mean, if anybody's to retire Randy, seeing that nobody else is really, Cody makes sense. Gunther really doesn't, because Cody was part of the whole legacy and all that crap.
Oh yeah, no. I agree.
To retire him, but does he do it with a title match or without a title match? That is going to be the question. Something tells me Triple H is going to put that 15 on him, but I could be wrong. It just feel.
I just don't know how we get there.
Yeah.
How do we go? How do we go from Cody and Randy to all of a sudden, Randy's number one contender?
Well, when he's talking to Cody and they're yelling, "I'm going to get my 15, number 15. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. You're never going to see it." So I mean, that's kind of starts it. But if say CM Punk wins this, which I'm hoping he does, even though I'm not really a big Punk fan. How do you start that feud with Punk? Because he really hasn't had any interaction with Punk that much.
That's what I mean. He hasn't, and he really hasn't had.
Really,
I don't know if has he had anything with Kevin?
Not really. I mean, they crossed paths the one time, and that was it. Maybe do you have the only thing I could? If Punk wins Friday night, do you have? Cody and Randy's match will probably be at the Saturday night main event. I'm not 100% sure when they're doing that match. It's coming. Do you have Punk win and then Punk, if Randy's beating the crap out of Cody, Punk comes out and helps Cody win the match, and then him and Randy start something? That's kind of really the only way you could really do it.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong there. I mean, I could definitely potentially going ahead and seeing something like that, but I mean,
that will kind of start a feud. But I mean, other than that, if Kevin wins it, how do you, who's next?
I don't know, because I don't know what you're doing with all these other freaking people.
I know, right?
What in the hell are you, what in the hell are you doing, with Javon Evans? What are you doing? Damian Priest said, "Hey, we're sick and tired of seeing the same, faces."
Right.
And so forth. Okay, what are you doing about it?
Well, they dropped the titles off of them too.
They dropped the titles, so now that potentially Priest could do his thing.
What are you doing with Finn Balor?
Well, obviously he's going to go against Gunther.
Well,
They're
yeah,
gonna have they're gonna have some kind of a match, something like that. But what are you gonna do? You're gonna have Finn lose to Gunther. That's the that's it. Just seems it's one of those. It's like the road that they try and take. It's just sometimes it's like, oh crap,
and I know
we
Gunther
never
is.
should have went down this road because we have nowhere to go afterwards. So you have if Gunther's the career killer and he beats Finn, does that mean is Finn out? I mean, is Finn's contract up, but he's leaving, going someplace else? Or is it just that hey, Finn just lost? Well, but he lost to a guy called the career killer. He's not allowed to have a good career anymore.
Let's see. Maybe that is it. No, Finn signed until 2029, so that's not happening. Um, and why are they so high on Gunther? That's what I'm not understanding.
Because he's the only true heel right now.
Okay, I understand that. Well, you're not really doing much with him.
Well, they don't have to because he's heel. He's enough of a heel that he starts anything. Look, he went in the ring with Chelsea to where her husband came out and he beat him up and everything. Like, that's not going to be anything else. I mean, I think that's what you're looking at. You're looking at a guy who, he's the real only heel that they have. I don't, people go, well, come on, man. Drew was a heel. I don't think Drew was. I think Drew had a lot of people who liked him also.
Yeah.
I mean, you hear the boos and everything, with Gunther as soon as his music starts to play. What can you do with him? I don't know. Everybody who's trying to stand up for somebody, Gunther goes and chops them down.
True.
But that's like all you could do.
And he's still out filming, so Drew's not going to come back anytime soon. I mean, yeah, you have big cast now, but I mean,
Yeah, obviously they're trying to make him into a big time heel.
Well, what's the point of having him go up against like Javon Evans? That makes no sense to me. Constantly beating up somebody 3 times as small as he is, it just doesn't. He would
And
be a
again,
good.
what do at what man? Think about wasn't Evans one of those guys, man? Holy cow, man! Where we're getting bouncy, and he was going to be, something, and everybody was expecting him because it was him, it was Trick, and it was Oba. Oh my gosh, the next big three was coming, and what are they doing with him?
Nothing.
And again, it's like, what do you do?
Are they trying to make Cass like a Gunther for Raw? I don't think it's going to work.
So what I heard that the reason for Cass and the way it is that I don't know if it's just on that show. I don't know how they feel with Gunther, but the part of it is they don't have a big guy that is a heel, and Cass is a big guy. I'm not saying he's a I mean, I guess he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. Um, but I think that's what I had read was that they want to have a big, tall, bad guy,
Okay.
and
I never saw Cass.
and he fits that.
Yeah. And I guess from what I was just reading, they want to bring Enzo back, but more in NXT than the main shows.
He probably would get people to watch.
Certified G, and you can't teach that.
Yep.
Although he's been running the same stick for who knows how long, but whatever.
If the fans stand up and cheer like crazy when it happens,
I know. You got to keep it.
I don't know. I don't know how you stop it.
I just don't see how WWE is doing what they're doing and being able to pull the people that people still watching. It's just it has not been really that entertaining for a long time. And this new Triple H era sucks.
It's not even that it's not entertaining. It's just that you have spoken for such a while about the talent that you had at NXT, yet you have these guys other than Obafemi
You bring them up and
getting,
you do nothing with
getting
them.
freaking destroyed. Like you had to bring Baron freaking Corbin of all people back to beat Trick Williams.
Yeah, I don't.
You know, and also, and then you have to bring back Big Cass. So what you're saying is that you have nobody in the back that you have confidence in that could do whatever Baron Corbin is doing. It's the only thing I think of is it's a heel guy, and they looked at the locker room and go, you know what? We don't have any heel guys. We got to go ahead and create heels. And the funny thing is if a guy was a heel before and then he left the company, come back, that guy's gonna go ahead and that guy be. They wanted Trick Williams to be a heel. That's why he was talking the way he was talking. He was doing all stuff. They
Right.
wanted him to be a heel, but everybody whooped that trick. Nope. Boom. He's a face. You know, so unless you have to turn some more people. Like I said, I don't consider Drew a heel. I don't consider Randy a heel. People will say not Kevin Owens isn't, Sammy isn't, Punk. I mean, they're just they're
They
just
can all be
not
temporary heels,
right.
but they can't be the full time like a Gunther,
No,
Dom Mysterio.
no, because fans like him too much.
Although I would like to see them flip Dom, but I don't see it happening.
Dom flips when he retires Ray.
You think?
I realize, I just think that to me, I think just when you look at it from that standpoint, I think
It makes sense.
you just have something that in a way definitely makes sense.
I can see
I
that.
don't know. I mean, I can't say for sure and everything, but I mean, to me, I think that is one of those things that to me that makes sense. If you want to
Be
flip
curious
Dom,
if
that's
they're
when you
gonna
flip
start
Dom.
that up. When does Ray's contract end? I wonder.
Well, I think you're set up right now with Ray being the GM and him being the mega champion, whatever the hell it's called for AAA.
So late 2027. So we got at least another year, possibly, maybe less. But
Yeah. So I mean, so you could build up,
Yeah, you could.
with Ray being the GM of AAA, you should be able to
Put something up there.
start something in some way, shape, or form.
Because maybe Ray sets up a match with him versus somebody, and he's the special guest referee. Fast counts and Dom loses, so they start something that way. I don't know. I mean, there's lots of ways they could run that one, but
Oh yeah.
it's really, like I said, it's just not. There's too many people, new faces on the roster. They have no idea what to do with. So, like you said, they start bringing in the Corbins, the Casses. I mean, who's next? Who's left out there they could bring back?
Not bring back, but I did hear that Britt Baker is supposed to be potentially coming over from AEW.
Oh,
She hasn't
really?
been on AEW. She hasn't been on AEW in 2 years. I guess the way they made it sound, and they're thinking because she is a dentist that she may come and be Danhausen's dentist.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
And like, what are they doing? Like another one, like Joe Hendry. They've
No,
all
they
been-
signed him. They signed him, so I guess he wouldn't go anywhere. And
It's like all these people they brought in and brought up have been jobbers except for Baron Corbin. Which again, why?
Yeah, like I said, I don't. That's the thing that gets me is
And they can bring
if you had to
anybody.
bring Corbin and Cass back, you have to be sitting there, and when you're looking at the board where all the names are, and you're going, okay, we need like a heel type guy to go after, you know, Trick. And
And so they're just crossing off
they're
names.
looking down the list of alphabetical order, and they're going, no, 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 no,
And
we
then,
don't got anybody.
and then
Hey,
one guy in the back. Hey, how about Baron Corbin?
yeah,
Let's get him back.
call up Corbin, man. I'm sure he'll come back, especially if we're going to go ahead and put a belt on him.
And Triple H is probably like, sounds like a good idea. Let's do it.
Hey, we need somebody to go ahead and beat the crap out of Javon Evans for a little bit because for some reason we need a match with him because nothing's working. We don't have a big heel guy. You know what? Hey, Big Cash just got let go from AEW. Let's go ahead, and get him back here. So I mean, it just
I
goes
mean,
to
do they
show you
build?
that as
Are
much
they
talent
building
as
that match with Javon Evans? Him and Javon Evans going away to have Javon Evans upset him in the match because he keep getting the crap beat out of him every time. I mean,
I'm not gonna lie, I don't care.
oh, me neither. But does that
It's like
do anything for Javon Evans really?
what does it do?
I beat the big guy.
I beat the big guy. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Hey, guess what? You're now the number one contender for the IC title. Like I just don't. I just don't know when they do some of these feud type things. I think it. This whole thing about they are already planning Elimination Chamber and they're already planning Royal Rumble because they already friggin' are. They already pretty much know what they're gonna do in Saudi Arabia. I'm gonna tell you, Saudi Arabia, you the prince is writing the check. You're gonna do whatever that dude wants.
I know they do plan these things out. I believe it's 3 to 6 months ahead of times of what, like they already know what's going to be on Money in the Bank. They know what's going to be at Survivor Series. They have that planned out. Whether it works that way or not, like people getting injured or whatever, for
Right.
real, but they have it set ready. They know who's going to be on the card. So why not start things now to build up to that instead of just, oh, this is what's going to happen a month before it happened? That's what they've been doing. Like if you're going to build up Survivor Series, now's the time to build that. Now would be the perfect time to build that.
It would be, but it's hard when you have if you didn't have money in the bank, you might be able to go ahead and build something towards there. Money in the bank, messes shit up. Like I would think a really friggin' cool cash in should be winning Money in the Bank and then cashing in at Survivor Series after the men's War Games and your champion is got the crap beat out of him and you jump in there and you win. Now the problem you have is no holds barred. You got to get all the other guys out of the ring first before you can go ahead and do it. Maybe you figure out a way to do that. Who knows? But I think that's why I think this. I think they have a good thought process of what they would like to do.
It's the execution of it.
I just don't think they can. Like I mean, like I don't know if we'll ever see it. Well, actually, we won't see it because it was already part of Unreal. But I like to me in Unreal, I would have loved to have known what the actual vision was for the vision.
Yeah.
And maybe they're not saying anything because somehow it comes around full circle.
Seth rejoins them.
And the vision comes back because Seth is useless right now. What is Seth going to go do?
Yeah.
He got nobody, nothing to go after.
No.
What are you going to do? You're going to have, you're going to have Oba beat Roman and then Seth gets the title shot?
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so I mean, that's what I'm saying. This whole thing about, I mean, it seemed, many years ago, the long-term storytelling. I mean, I get it. I kind of sort of want to believe it, even though it's hard to believe it. But I think, now I just
I mean, do you think
you
they
sit
have
there
over
and you look at it, you just say, how can you be playing? I mean, you think about it. Survivor Series is 3 months away.
right?
When are you going to start building it? After Money in the Bank?
I mean, I think they kind of started a little bit with Monday night, but they got to keep it ball rolling. Even if they roll it slowly, they can still keep rolling. But do you think they have Oba enter the Money in the Bank and win it and cash it in? Survivor Series, even though he really technically doesn't need it.
I don't know. I
But
don't
maybe
know.
because he didn't take the match, they've foregone that. And
I don't know. There's no talk about it. It's like the John Cena tournament. There's no talk about it. So you really don't know what the hell is going on.
right,
I mean, you literally. I mean, it's that sad that you really don't know. Again, you want to try and you can. Sometimes you want to think that you can. Oh, I see what they're doing here. Oh, I see what they're doing there. Like this whole friggin' lucha libre tournament. Really, you're setting it up so we get brother versus brother.
I think that's what they're saying. If you look at it, that's the way they're setting it up. And then, okay, either one of them win. Either one of them are going to beat Roman Reigns.
No, you're not taking. You're not having the. You're not taking having one of them take the belt off of Roman Reigns on Monday Night Raw,
Well, that's in.
Mexico City.
Is that where it's supposed to be? I'm on Raw. I thought I was going to be doing that Triple Mania thing or whatever it is they're doing.
No, I think it's the Raw after Triple Mania.
Oh, okay, so it is on the Raw. Okay, yeah, they're not going to do that. But I mean, I just, it, I mean, obviously it gives showtime for some of the lucha libres on national TV besides AAA, but it just does not make sense.
And now, could you have a worse kind of matchup? Roman Reigns versus a luchador? I mean, my goodness gracious. I mean, you're literally talking that could be shit.
Could be like a
I mean, and I gotta believe it's gonna be Penta.
That's what I'm thinking because they're kind of pushing him a little more than.
But I don't know. Okay, so Penta wins this tournament, and then he again goes through all these guys. He goes through his brother in an unbelievable match
To get
and
obliterated.
the following Monday, he friggin' loses. Why?
And could it be a good match with Penta? I think a little bit better than Ray Phoenix would, but
Yeah, because Ray's too much of a flyer.
yeah. And Penta's a little stockier build. I mean, you're not going to see any Mexican destroyers on Roman Reigns. Isn't going to happen. Would be interesting, but I don't see that happening.
I don't know if Roman would take that bump. That's for sure.
That is true. You got a point there. But yeah, I don't see that. Roman's keeping it there. Other than that, I don't know what they would plan. Like I said, they kind of got the ball rolling with Survivor Series with those two guys. Possibly Jacob, but I doubt it. I think Jacob's going to stay with the family for now. He might turn at Survivor Series, though. The way Jay's been mouthing off to him.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely that. I mean, honestly, that is something that is, extremely possible.
If he doesn't do it sooner, because
Right.
it makes me think that they're trying to push Jay into the Roman role a bit. Now, granted, I know he was a second-hand man in the beginning bloodline, but I can't see Jay leading any of that kind of crap. It just does not make sense. Now, he might be the go-to guy when Roman's not there. But I just see Jacob. If he doesn't turn before Survivor Series, I think he turns at Survivor Series on him, and they lose to LA. And maybe he doesn't turn, he doesn't hit him or anything. Maybe he just walks out to cause the loss.
Yeah, I mean that's not a bad idea.
And they could set up something with him versus Roman again or something. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't get what they're
I
doing.
just wonder if that would be one of those things where would you have it happen like that? Would you have, the guy who,
all yes, no breaks.
would you have him go ahead and, and turn on Roman? I guess, the whole family thing, I get, but again, we think about it, you could probably start something along the, with the way Jimmy, and Jay, antagonize him, about not being able to get the job, John,
Right.
Sean, Jacob, so on and so forth. I mean, I guess you could go ahead and play that kind of thing up.
I mean, just the way he was Monday night makes me think something's going to happen either then or before then. But again, we'll never know because they don't give any even inklings of what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
I
don't think
last Monday night when I was telling you how they showed this is on the vision, Logan Paul with no arm brace in the back.
Yeah.
And then he comes out on stage and he has an arm brace. So what is it? I think he's ready to go. But I think they're trying to keep it playing as long as they can. I don't know why it makes.
Well, this could be that whole Braun Breaker thing of, hey, you know what, Logan, you take the belt back. I gotta go. Maybe it is one of those things where, Oba does go ahead and beat Ron, and he beats him pretty good. And he's
Ron
like,
just
you know what? I'm not the future. I got to reevaluate what's going on in my life. And he leaves, and they allow.
You guys are holding me down.
Yeah, they allow what's his name, to go ahead and they allow Logan to go back in there, and be part of the vision, with the tag team belt and stuff.
Wouldn't
Something
be
I
bad.
can think of.
Not be a bad idea. So, anyway.
Why you think you need to have Ron Breaker grow away? I don't know. I mean, unless your thought process is, we don't have anywhere for him on this channel, so we have to move him. We have to figure out somehow to get him on the other channel. So all that I can think of.
Well, it could be that, or maybe he just wants some time off. I don't know. I mean, he hasn't been there super long, but I mean,
5 weeks. No, he hasn't.
but who knows? We shall see Friday night how it goes. I don't think it's going to be a super interesting show, but I'll watch the Kevin Owens match.
Well, I want to see the thing for me. The interesting thing is going to be this so-called, contract signing of.
Oh yeah, that too.
What do we, like what? You know what I'm saying from that standpoint?
Right, yeah.
I don't know.
Is that happening Friday night, or does that happen the following Monday?
Should be Friday. If I remember correctly where they have it. Should be Friday.
I don't know. None of it makes sense.
No. Well, all righty, man. 2 hours.
You did it again.
Yep.
Pulling it. And I know, Dom, you're out there listening. Hopefully you'll come into the chat again eventually.
Yep.
Love you, brother.
I know he went to the baseball game today.
Nice. Nice.
So, well, everybody, hey, have a great one. We will go ahead and see you next week.
Yes.
Back
Have
here,
a great evening.
same bat time, same bat channel.
Oh, that's right.
That's
Appreciate it.
about it. Peace, everybody. Have a great one.